Obviously, this is going to be back to back. I mean, the Nigerian government operating on a party called APC will be responding to this. Peter Obi has been asked about the alleged treason that Lai Mohammed, Minister for Information, went to the United States and the UK to announce and to talk about. Peter Obi, in response to this, called him and whoever sent him there. Of course, is doing this in the capacity of a government official. He called this the highest level of insanity, the highest level of wastefulness. And this has been what he's been talking about. Wastefulness in government. How can you go to the United States? Why do you have to go to the UK to announce or to talk about my treason when I am in Anambra State, in Onitsha, southwest of Nigeria? This is unbecoming. This is disgraceful. This is useless foolishness. If there's any other way that Peter Obi could, emphasize more on this. If you're just coming across this channel, why don't you join us by tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell? Just tap on it. It's free. Like and share this video. Let us hear what Peter Obi said in response to this, and we'll talk more like we always do.
That's the height of rascality. Height of rascality. That it was even announced in Washington. I committed a treasonable offense, and I'm in Onitsha. And my minister went to announce it in Washington. This is what I'm talking about. We're not talking about wasting governance here. People don't want to understand. The amount it costs Nigeria for him to go and announce that in Washington can fix, I can tell you, I've been in government, can build a block of 6 classrooms in a primary school. I'm sure if you go to his village, there's so many places where children don't even have desk or classroom to go to school. And instead of using that money to go and do it, he used that money to go to Washington to announce of treason of somebody who is in Onitsha. He doesn't need to do that. It is rascality of the highest order. These are the reason why we want a new Nigeria where things will work the way it works in other climes. From there he went to London, announcing the same thing. Well, I'm in Nigeria. He should have come to see me or invite me and say this is the offense. How did we get here?
Now, let us go to the issue of Professor Wole Soyinka's utterances and the response from Obidients. He was lambasted, and Professor Wole Soyinka said that the Obidients Labour Party, Peter Obi followers, have gotten to a particular point, and he actually said a lot of things. He said they've gotten to a point where they do not want to listen to opposition or listen to other people's suggestion or advice or opinion. He said they have gotten to a point of no return. How did we get here? He said the NSAS protest was a start that, unfortunately, where it is right now, shows that Peter Obi's followers, and he even talked about Yusuf Dati Baba. He said he wants to practice democracy, but is not ready to go through democratic means. Let us hear the response of Peter Obi on this.
My father told me, and for me, I was very, very sad that there was such a change. Some of the Obidients, I must tell you, or people they, mentioned, that the Obidients are not entirely people who are with us. The oppositions have also come into it and are using it at times.
You mean other opposition
Other
parties?
opposition parties.
Right.
But that is not to worry about. But I was very sad there was such a change between a respected father and but you have to understand this. These young people are people who have been so deprived by supposedly a system that is supposed to care for them. They've been pushed to the wall. Even me, Charles, the way they even react when I say things. But I could see their pain. I could feel it. Because I live in the same system, Charles, that they are living in. I said it in Enugu 2 days ago. I said, listen, I lived in this town. I went to JL in Enugu as a student, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and paid 2,600 and something naira for a Volkswagen car. And within 2 years, Umano Motors in Nsukka sold a 505 to me at 2,700 naira, at 6,800 and something naira in the same country. I remember Ozumano telling me that they have too many orders from so many lecturers, so my own will be delayed. If you go and see people like Professor Wala, my lecturer then, they are driving new cars. It's some society where we lived, everything was working.
What a sad one, very emotional. If you never tasted such life, you might never understand what he's talking about. We're talking about after the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. We're talking about those era. Once we started coming down to getting close to 1990, a lot of things changed in Nigeria. Let's just say a lot of things started changing in Nigeria since 1980s downwards. Things started changing. Those who benefited, that is the crazy thing about it. Those who benefited from this, like the Volkswagen and Peugeot and many other things like bursary that were given to students and some other extras, something given to them, life that will make you say, yes, I'm a Nigerian, I'm a citizen of a country. You're not a citizen just because you have the passport or you live or you reside on that land. You are a citizen because there are things that the country is giving to you. Now, we have some few of those criminals who benefited from it. Their children who benefited from it. Their great-grandchildren who benefited from it. Rather than repeating the same circle and making it better, making the circle smooth, each free, faster, they rather took all of these resources and you know what they did with it? Some of them are like Alice Madueke. Some of them are like Obasanjo. Some of them are like, just name them. They're all over the place. These are the criminals that we are talking about. Majority of them benefited from it. Some had scholarships to study in the UK and, in some of this Eastern Europe. Some went there to study medicine, many things. They got a lot of, opportunities back in those years. We are talking about a Nigeria that countries like Romania worshipped, Bulgaria worshipped, many other countries worship. Yugoslavia, that is now Slovakia, Yugoslavia, that is now, is it Macedonia? Whatever. These are countries that worshipped Nigeria. Those days they will fight to finish to date. Even though racism was high then, they will fight to finish to date a Nigerian because they know that your country is full of oil. Nigerians were smooth, they were being paid. They when you study abroad, scholarship was, but look at what's happening now. If the government or the state government gives you scholarship, they pay the first one you get there. Forget the second money, it's not coming because someone took the money, freezed it somewhere, kept the money for himself because he's ready to pursue his own political ambition and he needs to bribe people, he needs to murder people, he needs to do a lot of things, he needs to buy properties all over Europe for 2 or 3 of his children. Maybe 2 of them are on drugs, 1 does not have liver or kidney, 1, like that. That's how they do. They still bury the money abroad, buy foreign citizenship for their children and continue to pursue their political career. They try to put their children in different quarters and many other things. This is what they do. That was the Nigeria that Peter Obi is talking about. But what we have now is crazy. Unfortunately, we still live on hope. Hope that if Peter Obi had gotten in as president, he would do better. It is still called hope. It doesn't mean he's going to do right. Knowing good, but not doing it. These are two different things. Knowing good and doing it, or knowing bad or knowing good, but you are forced to do it. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer someone that knows good, that prefers to do bad, or someone that knows good and is doing good? Or you prefer someone that knows good, knows bad, but is forced to do good? That is what countries like Europe and some functioning countries, this is how it works. It works with the latter, meaning if you like, be good. If you like, be bad. The system is made in a way that you must do good. If you don't do good, you'll be kicked out, you'll be punished. That is what we want. We don't want someone coming in, saying, I'm a good person, I want to do good because I want to do good. No, you cannot want to. You must do good. If you don't do it, you'll be kicked out. This is what we should be talking about. This is the level that we must get to. Look at it. Nigeria has now become, unfortunately, Nigerians, they cannot call themselves Nigerians like that again because other countries ridicule them. Other African countries want to rub shoulders and like, hey, you people, just imagine. Because someone like Madueke, listen, someone just name them. Name your local government chairman. They want to steal and buy. Look at Dino Melaye. Look at many of them. They give them constituency allowances. They imagine running government on loan. Senators being paid on loan. Senators being paid with money that has been loaned from other countries like China to perpetually put the country in debt and also in bondage. This is what we are talking. There's a lot. Cost of governance should be reduced. It should be cut down drastically. Will that happen in this government of Tinubu? Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. What are your thoughts about this? Drop your comment, like and share, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.